Hello everyone and welcome to my first of hopefully many Fallout New Vegas videos. I really enjoy this game. I just played through it recently and I thought I would record a little bit of video and show what's up with this game because it's a lot of fun. Some crazy stuff can happen, especially since, well, we'll see what's going to happen here. So, a few caveats about this playthrough. I'm going to be playing on a hardcore mode, which means that you've got limited supplies. You've got certain considerations, like for instance, water. You have to watch your water level, how much food you're consuming, and sleep. And if you don't monitor these things, it can be to your detriment. Certain negative effects will take place if you don't, take care of your body. So anyway, so I'm playing hardcore mode. I've built this character to be somewhat of an archetype. I wouldn't consider myself to be an RPer. I also wouldn't consider myself to be a min-maxer. But I like, I dabble in both a little bit. So you can see here I've got a lot of points in agility and endurance and luck. I kind of view this guy as one of those old school Texas duelers. Meet me at high noon kind of dudes. And so yeah, that's how I'll be playing them. I want to use some rifles maybe, but I'll be sticking with pistols mostly. And we'll see what happens. I don't want to be a sniper because the game tends to be a little bit slow and boring if you happen to be a sniper. But I'm not. I won't say I'm gonna relinquish that opportunity if it happens to come forth. So anyway. I also put my tag skills in speech because, it's a good skill to have. It's always good to have one non-combat skill, and speech is always good. You can see I put points in guns and lockpicking. So we've got one social type skill. We've got one combat skill and one skill that lets us kind of navigate the environment. Let's see. Also perks. I've got the trigger discipline, which means that I fire faster, but. Oh, I'm sorry, that I fire slower, but it's more accurate. I'm also running a ton of mods here that you will see in a second. Game looks amazing with these mods. It's to the great credit of the modding community that they were able to turn a 5-year-old game into something that looks this good. So let's get right into it. We're going to kind of just immerse ourselves in the environment here and just enjoy ourselves. When we come up to people and we talk to them, like old Easy Pete here, we're just gonna kind of let the dialogue take place, and I'll shut up for a minute, and then afterwards we'll take it from there.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Meat and hide mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Yeah, so seems like a weird way to start off that conversation. No, hey, how you doing? Just straight to the point with that guy. See that guy that shot me in the head? Yeah, I guess.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Alright, so we're going to complete this quest. It's pretty much required to start off the missions here. This whole first zone is kind of a tutorial zone. So we're just going to kind of move through it as quickly as humanly possible. But you also have to complete it because, you know, you start off with your main quest and start off with a rifle here, so it's always a good time.
That's the right idea.
She's going to ask us to shoot a bunch of bottles here.
Well, that's a start.
Really
but I don't reckon
tough
you came
stuff.
to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
You know what? That sounds enthralling,
Suit
but
yourself.
I'm going to have to
Hope this
pass.
helped you some. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Alright, so we're going to go meet Trudy and see what's up with her. Cheyenne, you're a little late to the party. Nice for you to join us. I like how that young lady was just like, "Hey, you gotta come with me to clear out those geckos," and you're like, "Nope, I got better things to do. You know, I don't want to waste the rest of my life sitting in this dumpy little town and shoot geckos with you." And she's like, "Okay, I'll see you later," and then she just goes back to the bar. You know, good role model for today's use.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to
Oop,
buy something,
Cheyenne's
get out.
cutting her way into this
What the hell is
conversation.
your
Nope.
problem?
Oh, okay, all right. All right. You know, that's not awkward.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Let's get on with this quest.
Not
Knowing
much,
something about
other
people who
than
attack
a bunch
me.
of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Wow, that is absolutely, and I don't really
They were
care
having
about
some
your
kind of
radio.
argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole
Go
area's overrun
on.
with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. Cobb hasn't exactly been looking for Ringo too hard. I think he's afraid that Ringo will ambush him, which is probably true. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
All right,
All right.
so let's head out here. This
Be careful out there.
first quest is basically all about going up to this guy Ringo and figuring out what he's got going on. He's on the run from these powder gangers. Yeah, we're feeling like a pretty good guy, so we're going to go help him out. One thing you're not going to see me do in this playthrough, we're going to go up to this guy Ringo and see what's going on with him. He's going to give us a deck of cards. One thing you're not going to see me do in this playthrough is play any of the card games. I might do that off camera just to earn a little bit of money, because I do have a pretty high luck skill, which does factor into maybe not so much the game of Caravan, but definitely the card games and other house games that are available at the casinos. And it's a good way of making cash, so you might see me do with some of that stuff, but not necessarily. It's not my first intention.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry
Just having a
about
look
the
around,
gun.
buddy.
You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play?
It seems like a perfectly normal chain of conversation there. Oh, you got a gun there? You know, I don't really feel comfortable around you. But, you know what? Could go for a game of cards.
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I can handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board. Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Sonny, see if we can't recruit some people to fight off the powder gangers. I'm also gonna see if I can't pickpocket this guy. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Okay, because he had this sweet pair of goggles there. Nope. Okay. I also don't want to piss him off, though. It would be rather unfortunate to fail our first main quest here. But not, you know, if we failed it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I'm gonna go talk to Sunny, see if she's willing to shoot some powder gangers. Which, just so happens to be a lifelong dream of mine. Just to
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
shoot a bunch of unsuspecting, well, they're not unsuspecting. I mean, they are running around with dynamites, so I guess they have it coming. Yeah.
Say no more. I'm in. Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Okay.
I'll be
So we're going to go around town and talk to people and figure out what's going on. This is probably going to be the most dialogue-heavy part of the game. So if your worry is that we're going to be talking to people and listening to what they have to say here,
Big risk, but I
from here
suppose you
can the
have to do
kingdom
what you
come.
think is right.
And don't worry, this is probably the most we're going to have to do. So hey, it's speech option. First opportunity to use that. So let's select
I was planning
that.
on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock. There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
You know what? I was kind of hoping she would give me some dialogue options to get
Be
some
careful
more
out there.
waypoints put on my map, but not a huge deal. Really, the only thing you can get marked off on the map at this point is some alternate towns. Like I think Prim can get located, but it's a pretty easy to find town, as well as I forget what other town. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna go. We're actually going to go to the schoolyard right now, because I think there is an item in there that we need in order to convince good old Chet of the fact that he needs to join us in our fight against the countergangers. Let's just check our skills here real quick so that I know I'm not wasting my time. And I, in fact, am. Great. So that's real nice. Let's see if there's anything of use in here anyway. Should pick up that Xander route too, because I do have a pretty high survival skill. Come here, bug. Oh, let's enter VATS here. Let's get through that menu. VATS is basically just a system that allows you to kind of deal with combat in a more turn-based way that a lot more traditional RPGs deal with. It also lets you just get in some quick shots on enemies, and makes combat a little more easier in certain circumstances. So we're going to shoot some bugs in the head. Oh, okay, we can kill him for some reason. Okay, die. Thank you. Oh, look at he's taking a nap. Everybody quiet. Alright, so let's see what we got. We've got Programmer's Digest. That's pretty useful. I don't think I have a good enough hacking skill to open that up, but I do have that lockpicking skill. So let's see if we can open this up without breaking any lockpicks. Critical failure. Let's try that again. There we go. So I have to be a little bit careful about... Oh, cool. Okay. I have to be a little bit careful about what exactly I pick up, because you can see my weight limit is very low. With the mods that I have equipped, it adds a little bit of a more realistic element to weight limit and the weight of items, and so I can just go basically around picking up everything. Also, in hardcore mode, ammo has a certain weight as well, so you can't just, realistically walk around with like 40 grenades on your back and walk around like it's nothing. It makes a significant impact on your ability to navigate the environment. These light switches, man, I don't know if they actually work or not. I installed a mod that actually introduced them, but it doesn't seem to be functioning all that well. Although I don't have the power generator turned on yet, so maybe that has an effect. I don't know. We shall find out eventually. One of the other really neat mods that I have installed here is this weather effect, where we get nice detailed cloud cover and whatnot. You can see it's midday actually right now, but it's quite dark because of the fact that the dense cloud cover.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
All right, and this is the robot that ended up pulling us out of our grave. He's a mysterious benefactor and ends up being maybe a significant figure. I guess we'll find out.
Trouble with rustlers, huh? Count me in, partner. Those varmints will be running home with their tails between their legs soon enough. Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they had run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
Okie doke, so let's complete the rest of this quest and talk to the remaining members that we need to. I don't think I'm going to be able to convince Chet. We'll check him out, but certainly not easy, Pete. I don't have enough skill in... Let's check it out here. Yeah, my explosive skills is way too low. And I don't think with my barter skill I'll be able to convince him of needing to join us as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Where is the dock? There he is. Oh, sorry, Doc. I did litter your entire house here with all the starting equipment. You do start off the game with quite a bit as a result of having the DLC. And so I figured I don't want to kind of play an imbalanced playthrough here. I'll just start off fresh. So I dumped a bunch of crap in his house.
I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you? Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Thanks, Borosif. You'll see there's that cybernetic option also a mod, so we can install cybernetics if we so choose. I don't choose to do that just yet. That actually might be something I want to experiment with off camera, because I'm not exactly sure how that works. But we'll figure it out eventually. Alright, so let's go talk to Chet, see if we have any options other than bartering to get him to our side, and if so, then that would be fantastic.
You must be the one Doc.
But I'm not holding my breath.
The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Yeah, see, we need a 25 barter skill and,
Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But
yeah,
hey,
I don't think we're going to even pull that off. You can read a book. Let's see what he's got for sale here. He actually does... The easiest way to solve this problem is to buy... what's the name of the book? Oh, it's under the aid section. Salesman Weekly, but I'm only going to get an additional 10 barter skill, which is not going to help. It's going to put me one below the required
Take it easy now.
amount of skill points, so I'm not going to even try to convince him. Oh, that's cool. Huh, I like that. Didn't even realize that was an option here. Alright, so let's yeah, I don't think there's going to be any other options with Easy Pete as well. I mean, we might as well try. We need some dynamite.
Too dangerous. Want to kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
Yes, it's a much better idea to leave
Yep.
explosives in the hands of the elderly. I agree 100%.
Yep.
Alright, so I'll check you later. There's... Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. And so we're just going to... Yeah, I think for... if you convince Chet to give you equipment, all he does is really give you some leather armor, which would be nice at this point, because I'm just running around in a jumpsuit at this point. Here's my dude. Yeah, he's just running around in a piece of cloth, so maybe not the best piece of equipment to be using when, engaging a bunch of guys with equipped with dynamite. But
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to
beggars
help
can't
us?
be choosers.
Well, I
Sonny
guess
is
that
with
means
us.
We're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
No, let's do this.
All right.
You know what? Actually, I want to talk to these
What's
guys
the
some
plan? Are we ready?
more.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just do this.
Time to look alive.
I forgot to pick up
Powder
the
gangers are
caravan
here to
deck.
play.
It's not a huge issue, but would be nice to have.
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Alright, now let's awkwardly stop him mid-run here. See if we can't,
Keep an eye out.
Nope.
I still think there's a few out.
Alright. Yeah, I really do love these weather effects. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of hold up here and let the townsfolk take care of these guys. Got a posse running in, and we're gonna have a good old-fashioned shootout. Yeah, don't give me the business. Oh, they're marked as enemies right off the bat. Oh, we got a critical hit on him. Let's see if we can't do some damage. Oh, miss. Can't see him. Oh, jeez. Good shot on him. 2. Motorcycles. You know what? We'll use some VATs here. We do have a lot of VAT points. Nope. 2 misses with 95%. Oh, taking fire. Yeah, there's some really interesting things that are going on with this these mods that I equipped. Oh, I have 1 bullet? Are you kidding me? Might have to. Oh, that was you see that shot? Crack shot here, Texas West. Best in the business. Actually, that's not this guy's name. Let's see if we can't. Okay, so we got a cleaver. That's not going to be helpful. Alright, let's use our pistol. Oh, yeah. There is one more guy down here. I am burning through ammo needlessly. What is he doing? Oh, okay, cool. Just cap that fool. Powder gangers are not gonna like that too much. Kind of hoping Chet comes over and talks to us, because I would like that caravan deck. No, we're not gonna do that. Let's put some points into the gun skill, make it an even 40, make that an even 30. Having some medicine would not be a bad idea either. Putting that up to 25 might not be a bad idea, and let's get that up to an even 35. We'll put that up to 17. Good. Alright, what do we got here? I don't know if I like the sound of that. Running guns blazing towards an enemy is not my idea of good way of surviving. Lady Killer might be fun. That would maybe be a good idea, but I have a really high agility skill, so I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. That actually would probably be the best idea. Yeah. So let's go Swift Learner. Or we might go Intense Training, too. Well, that's a hard choice. I like, from a role-playing standpoint, I do like the idea of being the Lady Killer. Especially for the dialogue options. That way I don't have to have a high skill. You know, we're going to go with the Lady Killer. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Oh, great, I'm minorly dehydrated. Alright, so I think that's a...
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here,
Oh, there we
these
go.
are technically Crimson... I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to
Chet
just
caught me
give it away.
mid-thought there.
I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Yeah, thanks, Chet.
Thanks again for all your help.
Yeah, that's no problem. There we go.
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pot.
I want to get my caravan
You
deck.
build a caravan using the card. The goal
Yeah,
is
okay.
It's why you won't see caravan in any casino. Here, take this hop. So, just keep an eye.
Alright, cool. So, we're going to stop it right there, and we'll continue our journey after we get back. Thank you very much for watching, and check you out next time.